Let's see this one right here. Florida State has 8 wins on the season and beats Notre Dame in the home opener, season opener.
Nope, nope, and nope. I will be there. I will be chopping it up. I will be doing my chop for the Noles. In my heart, I'm going to, of course, predict us beat Notre Dame, but no, we did not win 8 games this season. Because I'd love to know what people think the 4 losses will be, the only 4 losses we have. Because right now, you look at our schedule, and Mark talked about this a few weeks ago. You look at the schedule of Notre Dame. Let's just use these 6 games. Notre Dame, North Carolina, Miami, Clemson, Florida, and Louisville, just because Louisville beat us by 32 points. Which 2 of those games, assuming that in a perfect world we win those other 6 games on the schedule, which one of those 2 games do we win? Louisville, maybe, because it's at home and because they lose 2-2 out.
Yeah, I think that's what was keeping Louisville. I mean, that was not even fair. That kid was ridiculous.
This is what we're looking for. We're trying to find 8-4.
8-4, and Florida State beats Notre Dame.
No, this is what the drunk followers of Noel Game Day.
Well, let's see what they voted. Let's see what the percentage was. Where's it at?
Vote on the percentage show. Come on, you know how to use the share button.
Well, whenever you own the account, it doesn't have. Well, it says 2,000 people voted for yep, it's happening. 800 voted for you're crazy.
So 2,800. Yeah. So that's nearly
71%.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm sorry. Trust me. In a perfect world, I want us to go 12-0. 8 wins is not happening. Well, your fans are drunk.
I think this is going to be a good season at 7-5. If Florida State goes 7-5 and it's either chalk, as Jason's nodding to, either you beat the 7 you're supposed to beat and you lose to all 5, or there's a high probability that you pull off one really nice upset, but you also stumble somewhere against somebody that's capable, like an NC State or a Louisville. Either or, 7-5 would be a nice season for this team.
I mean, 8-4 would include us pulling off another upset, like against a Miami, against a Florida.
Jason, upset that Florida State could pull off.
What are my options?
Out of the 5 that they're a substantial underdog would be Notre Dame, North Carolina, Clemson, Miami, Florida.
Most likely would probably be, I'd probably say North Carolina, just because of they have the knowledge that they can beat them because of what took place last season. Okay. North Carolina loses a bunch of talent, and I think it's early enough in the schedule to where, I would have said Miami had Miami been earlier in the season because D'Eriq King, we still don't know if he will be back by the time they play Alabama. If it had been earlier in October, end of September, I would have probably said Miami. But I think North Carolina is just early enough that they are still going to be. So, yeah, I'm going to say North Carolina.
Jim John says 8-4 is easy if Mackenzie Milton stays healthy.
Because everyone's looking at the motivation of what took place in the Duke game. They're looking at what happened at the end of the season, the way Florida State ended that season against Duke. They're looking at Mackenzie Milton from 2017 and from 2018 before the injury gets to USF. It's all this positive, it's all this, everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be awesome. And like James has said on here, Notre Dame loses a bunch of guys. There's a lot of Miami fans down here, using, for example, thinking, Alabama loses a bunch of guys. We're going to have a shot against Alabama. The second team at Alabama is better than the first team at Miami. That's not a knock against Miami. That's just a fact. The second stringers at Clemson are better than the first stringers at Florida State. That's just a fact.
Yeah, no, I think Florida State's best chance to win. I think it is between probably North Carolina and Miami. It depends on how King is looking too. I don't think he's I don't think he's like such a huge presence maker. Like, well, my God, now if he comes back, it's over. He doesn't have a Trevor Lawrence kind of effect in the ACC. But I think with North Carolina, Florida State figured out a way to beat them. The defense looked terrible in the second half, and they still were somehow to beat one of the top offensive players in the country with those targets that Sam Howell had at wide receiver and that running back corp that ran all over Miami. if Florida State does indeed is able to score points again, and I think that this offense is what I think most fans are excited to watch this season. The defense can take care of itself. They can figure out who your 2 starting corners are at, and they can stick with them. I mean, this should be Florida State should have a pretty decent chance to upset the Tar Heels in North Carolina.
And I think, you know, Miami fans are sitting there saying, and Ronan, you're in Ireland or Scotland, somewhere in Europe. I'm actually down here in Broward and Miami-Dade County. So, sorry, your fans are literally sitting here thinking you guys have a shot against Alabama. So go have another pint. You're probably drunk right now. Go have another pint. Buy one on me. Charge me for this next one you're going to have. But I think the concern with Miami is that I think De'Aaron King will be back when they play us on November 13th. And if De'Aaron King is back, I think that our chances go down substantially. I think De'Aaron King is a very good quarterback. By the way, we're really agreeing too much, and it's really making me uncomfortable.
It's a weird day.
It's weird. Yeah.
Well, all that cold weather's gone. All that crappy weather that was like in Florida is gone. So I think that's probably what it is. It's nice and sunny. The spring's coming. We get nicer.
It's such cold weather. I have to go cover a hockey game, so I'm going to let you guys get on to bashing Willie Taggart and doing the rest of your stuff now. So.
Well, I know. I'm answering Dylan real quick. Logan, did you not see Miami? I think I did say that, though. I did say that I did see what Miami did last year to Florida State. I did put that out there. But like I said, Fuller I talked about it in the recruiting part when we opened up the show. Fuller's job is on the line. I mean, that's without a joke. I mean, you've got talent there. You've got to work with it, though. There's got to be some kind of upgrade in the production side of things.